blow for the Conservatives and for London Mayor Boris Johnson as his number two is forced to quit over allegations of financial misconduct. Mr Johnson tells the BBC he'll reinstate his deputy if he's found innocent, but Ray Lewis says he has to go.
I cannot allow things that I have been into, up to and around me to obscure the important business of this mayoralty.
The reason I hired Ray Lewis is that we won't solve the problems of this city if we rely on antiseptic yes men.
It's the second resignation from Boris Johnson's team. We'll be looking at how damaging it is for him and the Conservatives. Also tonight... Good evening, and it's embarrassment for the Conservatives and a blow for London Mayor Boris Johnson as his number two was forced to resign today after accusations of financial misconduct. The Deputy Mayor of London, Ray Lewis, denied any wrongdoing but said he had to go in the face of an avalanche of allegations against him. In the past half hour, Boris Johnson has told the BBC he will immediately reinstate his deputy if he's found innocent. Ray Lewis is the second person to have to quit Boris Johnson's team since he took office 2 months ago. Tim Donovan is at London City Hall for us tonight. Tim, this is a very high-profile loss for the Mayor, isn't it?
Indeed, Fiona. It was Boris Johnson's first big appointment, and it was certainly eye-catching. Ray Lewis was given responsibility for young people, and his main task was to address serious crime. But tonight, he's gone, and the Conservatives, who had such high hopes for London, are left trying to explain another embarrassing departure. Ray Lewis was at Boris Johnson's side on his first official day in office, given the high-profile task of spearheading efforts to tackle gun and knife crime among young people in the capital. Chosen because of his widely praised work helping wayward black teenagers at the academy he founded here in East London. Only yesterday, flanked by London's mayor, he had vowed to fight on. A day later, alone, the message different.
London faces enormous challenges, and I believe with all my heart that I was best placed to do that. But it's important that we get on with the business of the mayoralty without this business hanging over Boris Johnson's head.
A BBC investigation found that while he was a vicar at this East London church, there were allegations of financial misconduct against Ray Lewis. Among the claims that he'd borrowed nearly £30,000 from one parishioner who called in the police after she couldn't get it back. Concerns prompted the Church of England to place him on the so-called Lambeth list, a register of individuals barred from the ministry. He came off the list in 2005.
If you're put in a position of trust and advising, helping, guiding, being pastorally responsible for a congregation, you shouldn't be, what seems to me, exploiting them.
The reason why I asked to step down.
What hastened his departure was his claim yesterday that he was a magistrate. In fact, he's only been recommended for that role. This resignation not just an embarrassment for the mayor, but for David Cameron, who also publicly endorsed Ray Lewis on one of his first visits as Tory leader.
I wish I hadn't already appointed my chief whip, because you would be the ideal man for the job.
Mr Cameron wants voters to think of his team as a government in waiting, but in London the Conservatives are in power and the party machine badly wants to show it can deliver on its promises.
He has a God-given power and ability to inspire young people and to divert them from catastrophic mistakes of guns and knives. And I very much hope that he'll now be left alone to clear his name and get on with what he does so well.
Are you saying you'd reappoint him if he did?
If Ray Lewis cleared his name, of course I'd reappoint him.
But the damage of this resignation may extend well beyond City Hall. So this is the second high-profile resignation in just 2 months from Boris Johnson's top team. The Conservatives know exactly what this looks like, and they know that if they want to show that they're ready for power, they need to turn things round fast. Fiona.
Tim Donovan, thanks very much. More than 1 million children across England will have to wait for their school test results. National Curriculum, or SAT results, for 11 and 14-year-olds were due out next week. But they've now been postponed because of organisational and computer glitches. The school secretary says it's completely unacceptable and has announced an independent inquiry. It's not the first time a major government computer programme has run into difficulties. Here's our education correspondent, James Westhead.